camera on, and oh my goodness, turn this bad boy off real quick. We are live with the State the Course podcast. So I'm trying something new here. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I have to try it. Welcome. It's Wednesday. This is episode 5, and the lighting that you see here is my laptop. I got Instagram open up because as I'm going through, I'll be scrolling through some of the posts of the people that I follow and kind of trying to, I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's interesting. I'll say something on it. If not, then I'll just keep going. But I do have a few things on my mind that I want to share with people. What's up? What's going on? What is that? What is this? Why are people? How is the line at Costco, San Diego County? Susanna Lopez, thank you for the invite. I will actually join the group, even though I don't shop at Costco, because I want to see because I'm a metiche. I'm nosy. I want to see what everybody else is doing. So let's see what happens. Anyways, back into Instagram. So what's up? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday night. It's January, February, March, April. It's April 29th, 2020. And it's Wednesday. It's about 8:54. This is like my third time trying to get this podcast episode up. Reason being is that I have cheap equipment and I'm constantly messing things up. So I'm learning. Bear with me. There's a lot of things on my mind. I can't keep my thoughts in order. I'm trying to keep structured, and for whatever reason, I cannot seem to dial things in. I had an idea though, but I can't do it because I only have one phone, and that's the phone one video camera, and that's the phone that's recording right now. But I'm thinking about buying like a little, or maybe borrowing my wife's phone while I do this, and putting. Oh my God, it's popping, and when it pops, it's no good. So let me see if that, and so hopefully, does that sound better? It sounds a little bit worse. Jeez, Louise. Okay, let's see. Testing. Sorry guys, I thought I had it set up properly. Anyways, so what I want to start doing in order to keep my thoughts in order is I want to get a boxing app. And in the boxing app, you can set up rounds. You know what I mean? Like you can go 5 rounds, and you can put every round for however many minutes. And in my situation, if I can start off with 3 5-minute rounds, that would be amazing. That means that for every round, I have 3 minutes to talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about. But I got to stay on that topic instead of jumping back and forth and trying to gather my thoughts and jumbling everybody up and just making it a total confusion. But I only have one phone right now, and I'm going to try to use the timer on the actual recording device. But even that's going to be a little bit flawed. The other issue is that my phone. I got a new phone. I got and I'm not saying this to what do you call it, to boast. I don't even know if it's a thing to boast about. Let me just put it that way. I don't know if you boast about this kind of stuff. But anyways, the camera that I had, the Samsung Galaxy S9, cool phone. I'm not very techy. I don't have a lot of need for a big phone or a big memory or good quality pictures or whatever. But ever since I started the podcast, I was like, dude, I got to do something a little bit better. So I upgraded to a Samsung Galaxy S20. I think it's a plus. And I'm going to buy a rig, and the rig actually has a microphone. So to be honest with you, I don't even know if you can hear what I'm saying over there, because I usually am able to plug in a lapel into the old microphone, but the actual male part doesn't fit the female part, because this one has a USB-C female port, if that's the right term. So I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm hoping that you do because it's an upgrade. And if you can't, at the very least, you know that you can go to any of your podcast providers and hear the audio there. Ah, my heart's racing. I'm excited, but I'm also got just a bunch of mixed feelings. It's just the way my life is. My life is a complete mess. It's just completely scrambled, and I'm constantly trying to reorganize things at random, or not at random, but organize my thoughts, organize my life, like on the fly. Like I don't have any structure, man. It's crazy. It's a terrible way to live, but yeah, it's like the most exciting way for the most healthy way for me to live due to my condition. And I keep calling it a condition. I know people say don't own it. Well, guess what? This is what I'm working with. This is what I'm dealing with. So, bear with me. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about. First of all, no, like the rest of the world, I don't want to talk about the coronavirus anymore. But however, and you know what, dude? It's weird. Like I say that I don't have an opinion, but I do have an opinion. But at the same time, I don't know how much weight my opinion has. But there's a big but on here. If you have a Netflix account, there's this new episode on Netflix. It's a Netflix special, and it's called Coronavirus Explained. If you haven't watched it, I think you should. And if you're like me, that are like I'm not, dude. I don't know anything about the coronavirus besides what's being told on the news. Okay, it's deadly. It affects your pulmonary system. You feel fatigue, you get fevers, you get dry coughs. I guess now you're getting runny noses. It's constantly changing, constantly evolves. I guess we're going to be mandated to wear a face mask starting Friday, I believe. Friday. Anyways, the coronavirus. Well, the Netflix special talks about the coronavirus. It breaks it down. It compares it to, or it shows you a breakdown of where the coronavirus stands in comparison to like the Spanish flu, the measles, the smallpox. If you've never seen the smallpox, that thing is disgusting. I'm glad that I got my laptop there. Let's see if I can Google something out here. So, oh man, this is terrible. I should have found a different way to do this. But let's see. Smallpox. So it shows you exactly where the coronavirus stands. The smallpox is it's crazy, man. I'm looking at these images and it's just like a bunch of like bumps and lumps on the face, and it's just like, oh, I don't know. Anyways, it's pretty horrible, man. It's horrifying. Oh, let me back out. It's kind of dark. But if you're like me and don't know anything about the medical field, coronavirus, I was always wondering what did they mean by what is it? Bend the curve, slow the curve. I don't even know the right term right now. So much stuff going on in my mind, but that video right there gave me a better understanding of what that meant. Flatten the curve. That's what it is. So and what happens is that they showed an example of terrible at dates. So it might have been like 1930 or 1960, somewhere between 30 and 60. You guys can figure it out or watch the episode and let me know what the time frame was. But they showed that one of the countries there was a pandemic, and I believe man, I forget what the country was. I don't know what the country was or what uh, virus it was, but it shows on the graph the date, the time in months on the flat line on the what is it on the horizontal one, and then on the grid, on the vertical grid, it shows you like the amount of deaths. So let's just say virus. Uh, let's just say that it was smallpox, or I don't think it was smallpox, dude. It might have been the measles or something. I can't recall. But it showed how one country one country did the lockdown thing, and the deaths were low, were low, but they carry on for longer dates, for longer mm, time frames. And then they compared it to Italy. I remember it was Italy who did not lock down at the same time this pandemic. And what it showed is that the amount of deaths just skyrocketed, and then the curve came down. Well, what happens is a ton of people died, and because of their deaths, obviously people die. So and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a biologist, I'm not any kind of pathological expert, and this is just me breaking down what I saw, which could be completely wrong. It could be completely wrong, so you guys have to go watch it. But what it means is that a lot of people died, a lot of people died, and then the curve began to drop. Um, but the first country was able to avoid as many casualties in a shorter period. They've got casualties in a longer time frame, but that is the flattening of the curve. And in the beginning, I had no idea, and you're probably hella confused right now, and that's perfectly fine. Go to Netflix, check out the Coronavirus Explained, and they'll give you a better idea of what the hell I'm talking about. But anyway, it's a cool little uh, um, documentary, and like all documentaries, everything's pretty biased, leaning to one side or the other. But for what it's worth, you take whatever information you want to retain from it, and then just throw the other thing into the trash can, just like we do on our files in our computer. Anyways, but as I was watching it though, there was a glimmer of hope in that video. I was like, dude, I was telling my son, who was blown away by these facts of the coronavirus as well, and my wife, I was telling him, how cool is it gonna be? Because let me just say this, because during this pandemic, they've got biologists, they've got doctors, they've got scientists, they got what do you call it? Pandemic minds, the greatest minds for the pandemia or pandemic that's happening. They've got them all working on this. I believe that we as humans are gonna overcome this. I believe that, and I believe this, that God has gifted somebody, not me, but He has gifted people, humanity, with the ability to face these things head on and find a solution. And that is what's going to happen, because it's happened in the past. It's happened with the Ebola. It's happened with the HIV. It's happened with the smallpox, with the Spanish flu. It's happened with the what was it, SARS-2 or what was that? The SARS and whatever the previous ones were, the H1N1. It happened with all that. People are amazing. Humanity is amazing. And this is what humanity does when they get together. When we get together, we make crap happen. I was going to say the S word, but I got to remember that I got to watch my language sometimes. You know, if I use bad language, or if I messed up and use foul language away from the microphone, that's one thing. But when I'm on the microphone, I'm going to try to be polite. I'm going to try to be respectful. I'm going to try to be I want to say professional, but there's nothing professional about what I'm doing. This is all just backyard boogie type stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. So, anyways, that coronavirus Netflix special, you have to watch it. I was telling my wife, how cool is it gonna be that after getting all the great minds, all the medical minds together, one person, one group, one body of people is going to be in a laboratory, and they're going to be puncturing these little molecules and cells with a bunch of different antibodies and hoopty hoodas, and somebody's going to be looking at the cell, and something's going to happen to that cell where the spikes begin to fall off, and the spikes begin to shrivel up, and the spikes begin to just, and all of a sudden somebody has created a vaccine for this corona. That person is gonna get up. They're gonna get up and they're gonna cheer. They're gonna be like, "Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!" And they're gonna get up and they're gonna run and they're gonna run into the hallway and they're gonna slam the door behind them and they're gonna run into their boss's office and they're gonna be like, "We did it! We did it! We did it!" And I just got chills thinking about it because somebody is going to do it. Somebody is going to find the cure for this thing. I can almost guarantee it. Because we humans are freaking badasses. How cool is that going to be? How cool is it going to be when that one individual notices that whatever he did to that corona molecular destruction, notices that, damn, look at that, we did it. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be amazing. I think it's an amazing feat because we're losing millions of humans at this point. I think I heard, you know what, whatever, I'm terrible at stats. I don't have them in front of me. I tried to get my oldest son, to come in here to help me out so that if I call something out on it, he can Google it so we can fact check it. I'm not smart enough or fast enough to do it while I'm talking here. But anyways, that was the Netflix special, Coronavirus Explained. You have to watch it. There's no doubt about it. I believe that you're gonna learn something from it, regardless of whether you believe everything that's going on right now as far as the corona, or you got your own opinion about it. Because there's a lot of people that look. How do I say this? I am taking this thing serious. I go grocery shopping when I have to. I am not going to go hang out with anybody. There's a reason why I'm doing this podcast on my own, and that's because I don't have the space to have somebody with 6 feet from me. You hear my family's going crazy over next door, but I don't have the space to have a guest in here and be close. We'd have to wear masks, or because I just don't want to risk it, man. But then you have people that are saying, "Dude, I'm healthy. I don't care. You know, if I get it, I won't get it. It's like the flu, blah, 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 blah." There's so many opinions out there. You do what's best for you. In my situation, I know people that have lost families because of this, and I'm taking this dead serious. So me and my wife and my family, we wear masks when we go out. We try to wear gloves if we need them. Luckily, we were able to find some hand sanitizer, so we carry that with us, and we try to use that as sparingly as possible. But we do have it. So you determine how you want to handle this COVID. You know what I'm saying? I feel terrible for small businesses, man. I feel terrible for businesses that have shut down, that have staff, and you know, either they can't pay them or they're paying them, and there's all kinds of funky little things going on with the loans that are being given, and just, man, it's just a terrible time when it comes to finances for some people. I've been very blessed to be where I'm at right now. Anything can change at any moment, though. I can get a call as soon as tomorrow saying, "Hey, dude, you know what, man? sorry, dude, we gotta hand you a pink slip. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I just gotta trust. In my case, trust in God and realize that, hey man, it's in your hands, um, and hopefully, hey, I trust you. So whether I have a job or not, tomorrow, it's completely in His hands. I got no say in that. You know, I'll deal I'll deal with that situation when I get there. But I've been super blessed, super fortunate to be able to still be employed, still receive a monthly income, and provide for my family. Mm, my heart goes out for those people that cannot do that right now. You know, I just don't know. So, moving on to my next topic. The next topic, let me see. Whoa, I have the notes on my phone, which is recording right now. So let me see if I can remember what the next topic was, or the next little thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, okay. So I wanted to talk about this depression thing. So on Monday, on Sunday, the older I get, the more things I'm dealing with. All right. I'm 42 years old. I'm not ashamed of that. Definitely not in my prime, but I'm definitely not like a senior citizen yet. You know what I mean? Come on now. But you know, I'm definitely not getting any younger. So my body hurts. My knees hurt. My back. I've thrown out my back like 2 dozen times. It's rough, you know. But we're managing. We're on our feet. We're working. We're hustling, and we're just trying to make it. Uh, and on Monday, I was supposed to work Monday and Tuesday. Um, so Monday I woke. So Sunday I had a runny nose, and the older I get, you know, it's something to break it down. Get like allergy symptoms, you know, runny nose, sneezing a lot, little itch in the back of my throat. Um, it gets pretty annoying, and Sunday was pretty bad, like super bad. You know, and then we have some allergy medicine that we take, and I took the allergy medicine, and it just makes you drowsy. So it's not even like it's just if I take the medicine, I can't even go to work because I'm not going to function. I'm not going to be functional. However, I stayed home. So Monday came by, and I woke up 5 a.m. Because I like to. I wanted to see how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying. So I woke up and I still had the runny nose, man, like nonstop. I don't even know how to explain this or what. I don't even know what was happening. But nonstop, my nose was running, and I thought about calling it. So I took one instead of taking two of the sinus medications. I only took one. I took one medication, one pill, and even that made me feel funny. So I decided to call out, you know, because I'm the kind of person that rather err on the side of caution, uh, rather than going to work. And what if? What if there's a there's a contagion? Anyways, called in, stayed home, took the second pill for the allergies, got drowsy as hell, and told my wife I'm gonna go lay down. So I went to go lay down, and so I made my phone call around 6:30. So that means that I was in bed by 6:45, maybe 7 o'clock, and I woke up almost in a panic at 9:30. And give me a second here. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry, so. This is annoying as hell too. So I woke up around 9:30 in a panic, and I was like, "Dude, what time is it? It's 9:30." And for a brief second, I thought to myself, that we can see me a little bit. I thought to myself, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna sleep all day. I'm already home, so I don't know if it was laziness that kicked in or what, But I was like, I'm gonna stay home. And I laid down, tucked my face into my pillow, and I had this little thought in the back of my mind that said, dude, you've been here before. You have felt this exact feeling in the past. And I popped back out of bed, and I was like, what the hell, dude? I remember this. I remember this feeling. So I just got up. I went to the bathroom, splashed my water in my face. I brushed my teeth again because I had already done it before I went to bed early in the morning after calling sick. And I made breakfast, and I forced myself to go on a bike ride. And that's when I did the video. But after I did the video and I came home, I was sitting there thinking, so I guess I got to backtrack a little bit to let you guys know, because some of you guys don't know. So I go through these cycles of depression. There's nothing I can do about it, man. At least I think there's nothing I can do about it. Maybe you guys know something I don't. But there's times where I'm like on super high, and then I like level out, and then I level out, and then I'll go back up high again, then I'll level out, and then I'll take a dip, extremely low, then I'll level out, I'll go back up high. And I don't know why it is. I was talking to my wife about it, and she believes it's some kind of trauma that happened in my life. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm sure it'll come up at some point in my life, at some point during the podcast. But I began to think, do I still deal with depression? Am I still dealing with these depressive feelings? And why am I still feeling those? Because sometimes I feel good. Sometimes I realize that, oh man, I'm feeling crappy. But for the most part, I feel like I've gotten better. And then I think about stuff that I do. For example, I got this podcast thing. There's a reason why I got this podcast thing. It keeps my mind busy. It keeps me busy. There's a reason why I go on bike rides. There's a reason why I started going to Alliance MMA to do the Muay Thai class. I signed up for the full package so that I can jump in on any class whenever I wanted to, because that's just the way my brain works. I can't just go do one thing. I'll get tired of it. So this is why I got the podcast. This was I got the